Hello everybody, this is Anuradha and today we will be learning about lesson 1, a computer system. So this is a picture of a computer that you all have must seen. We will learn about what is a computer. A computer is a machine that works with data and instructions given by the user. You all know that computer cannot work of its own. We need to give data and instructions to the computer to work. And what are these data and instructions? These are your orders that we give to the computer. This can be in any form. They can be in the form of letters, numbers, your sounds, etc. Second thing, what are the things that we can do in a computer? No need to say you all. You know that we can play games, write letters, draw pictures, listen to music, and store information and solve sum in a computer. Different areas where computers are used. Nowadays, computers are used at different places for different purposes. All over the world, for mostly many purposes, computers are used. Now let us see some area where computers are used. First one for space research, second one for office, third one for hospital, in designing, bank, animated movies, and airport. Hardware. In this portion, we will be learning about the parts of the computer, that are your hardware and software. So what are these hardware? The physical part of the computer that we can touch, feel, are called as your hardware. So now say about some parts of the computer that we can touch and see. So first part it will be your keyboard, monitor, CPU. All these are examples of your hardware. So how these hardwares are attached to the computers? These hardwares are attached to the computer to the CPU by cables. Inside the CPU, there are also some parts like your hard disk, CPU chips. These are also called as your hardware. Once you will open the CPU, we can see all these parts. So now see, this is your computer monitor, here your CPU, mouse, keyboard, hard disk, all these memory chip, all these are present inside, all these present are called as your hardware, as the parts of the computer that we can touch and feel. While discussing about the hardware parts of the computer, now we will be seeing on the main parts of the computer. First one, monitor. The computer monitor, you must have seen, it looks like a TV screen, and what it does for us, it displays the work that is done in the computer. It also displays the movement of mouse. It is also called as your VDU or Visual Display Unit. The information that we see in the computer monitor is called as your soft copy. So now, three types of monitor: CRT or cathode ray tube monitor, LCD liquid crystal display monitor, LED light emitting diode monitor. So what is this cathode ray tube monitor? The CRT monitors, they contain vacuum tubes and are bigger in size and consume more power. Second, liquid crystal display monitor. These are the flat type of screens and consume less power. LED light emitting diode monitor. These types of monitor, they use the least amount of power and have better display. They are thinner and lighter in weight. CPU. CPU, as you all know, CPU is also called as your brain of the computer. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Any information input that is given to the computer is processed in the CPU. CPU solves the calculations and displays the result on the monitor. It also stores lots of information. So CPU is the brain of the computer that will process the information and solve calculations. Main parts of CPU. So CPU is made up of three parts, that is your MU, CU and ALU. MU stands for your memory unit, CU stands for your control unit and ALU stands for your arithmetic logical unit. In memory unit, what it does, it stores the data and instructions which are to be processed. That means the input that we give to the computer is first stored in the MU. Then it is passed to the CU or ALU. CU controls and manages the working of all the parts of the computer. It is like a policeman who sees and controls the working of all the parts of the computer. ALU or arithmetic logical unit, as the name only says, arithmetic and logic. It performs all the arithmetical calculations like your addition, subtractions, multiplication, division. It also performs logical operations like greater than, smaller than, equal to, less than, equal to or not equal to numbers. All these are solved in your ALU or arithmetic logical unit. Next one is keyboard. So you know, a basic common used keyboard has 104 keys in it, and the keyboard, as you all know, it is used to type data and instructions. The 104 keys in a keyboard are grouped into 5 categories. Now let us see. First one, typing key. Second one, control keys. Third one, function keys. Fourth one, numeric key. Fifth one, navigation key. First one, typing key. These typing keys are used for writing letters or numbers. This includes your letter key, number keys, punctuation, symbol, shift keys, caps lock, space bar, backspace and tab key. Letter keys include your letter alphabets from A to Z. Number keys includes numbers from 0 to 9. Punctuation marks are your comma, full stop, apostrophe s, then exclamations. All these are used for your punctuation marks. Special symbols that consist of your plus, minus, dollar, etc. are called as your special symbol. Shift key, caps lock key, spacebar key, backspace key, tab key, all the special functions we will be reading in our future chapters. Second one, control keys. These are either used alone or in combination with other keys to perform certain actions. All these keys, like your control, alt, window, logo key, escape key, all these are your examples of control keys. Then function keys. You can see at the top row of the keyboard there are keys like F1, F2, F3 till F12. These are called as your function keys. These keys have different functions in different programs. Like F5 is used for your refresh, F1 is used for your help, F2 is used for rename. Same way, all the 12 keys are having some or other functions. Now, numeric keypad. Numeric keypad consists of the number keys from 0 to 9. It also has your arithmetic operations like plus, minus, multiplication, addition, division, then your decimal. All these are called as your numeric keypad. It is in the right side of the keyboard. You will see a box. Here all these are present. Then navigation key. Keys like your arrow, home, end, page up, page down, delete and insert are called as your navigation key. Arrow key. They are used to move the cursor on the key. For our cursor movement, that is whether our cursor will go up, down, left, right, the 4 arrow keys are used. Home key. Home key is used to bring the cursor to the beginning of the line. End key to move the cursor to the end of the line. Page up to move the cursor or page up by one screen. Page down to move the cursor or page down by one screen. Delete key. It erases the character after the cursor or the selected text. Insert key is used to turn the insert mode on or off. One. Mouse. Mouse is a pointing device. Basically, mouse has two buttons, and in between the two buttons there is a wheel that is called as a scroll wheel. So these buttons are used to point, select and move. It is connected to the CPU by the mouse is connected to the CPU by a cable. It is also used to draw pictures. Now, some other hardware devices. First one that we will see is our touch screen. Touch screen is here sensitive to touch. We will touch it with our fingers without using any pointing device, like our laptop, tablet, phone, ATM, cell phones, all are having touch screen nowadays. So this touch screen also a hardware device which we can touch and feel. Second one, scanner. Scanner is a device that reads the text or picture printed on a paper and translates the information to a form that only a computer understands. So what this scanner do? The scanner will read the text or picture printed on a paper and translate the information into a form that can only be understood by a computer. Third one, printer. Printer helps us to take out the printout of the work that we have done on the computer. So the paper or the output printed on the paper is called as a hard copy. Now, plotter. Plotter is also a kind of a printer. Usually it is used to print on paper for very large size papers. Your banners, big size papers are printed in your papers. They are generally used for flex printing. They can draw complex line art including text, but do so very slowly because of the mechanical movement of the pen. Second one, speakers. Speakers are used to listen to music and sounds that are stored in a computer. Next one, light pen. Light pen can be used on special pads where whatever you write on this pad is visible on the monitor. So the light pen works on the special pad. It is when you will write anything on that special pad, it will be visible to your computer monitor. See, pen drive. You can see this pen drive is very small in size, but what it does, it is used basically for three purposes. First one, either it stores information or it can transfer information from one computer to another computer. Second one, your joystick. Joystick is basically used for playing games, that is used to move item on the screen. Hard disk. Hard disk is the part that is present inside your CPU box. It stores huge amount of data and information. Now CD. CD stands for your compact disk. You can see it is round, flat and shiny. That is useful for storing information. Next one, microphone. Microphone is used to record our voice and different sounds into a computer. It is used to talk to our friends through internet. Software. So what are the software? Software are the parts of the computer that we cannot touch or feel. Going in detail, software are the set of instructions that we give to the computer to do a particular work. If I am giving an instruction, I can listen it, but I cannot see it or I cannot touch it. Same way, the software are the parts of the computer which cannot be touched or seen. There are two types of software, system software and application software. So, discussing about system software controls the overall working of the computer. These examples are your operating system. What the system software do? The system software makes a computer run. It manages all your input and output. Second, application software. Application software help us to do a particular work. For an example, MS Paint is an example of application software. We can only do painting in MS Paint. MS Word, it is also an application software where we can write letters. Working of the computer. A computer works in three simple steps of input, process and output. This cycle is completely called as your IPO cycle or input, process, output cycle. The input will be given, it will be processed and we will get a final result, that is the output. Input. Any information, instructions, order that we will give to the computer either in the form of letters, numbers or sound is called as an input. And how we will give this input? We will be giving this input with the help of input devices that are your keyboard and mouse. Now processing. After this input has been given to the computer, it will be processed. Processed forward to find out the meaningful information or output. The CPU will find out the answer or CPU will process the input to get a result that is called as your output. Output. The meaningful information that we get after processing is called as your output. After the input is given to the computer, processing will be done by CPU and we will get the output through our output devices that are your printer and monitor. For an example, if I will ask you what is 8 minus 3, you will say, Madam, 5. Now, 8 minus 3 is the input that I will give. Minus is the subtraction that you have done is your processing, and 5 that you will get is your output. Now let's have a quick look at the exercise question answer. Fill in the blanks. The computer works with data and instruction. A mouse is used to point, select and move any object on the computer screen. The numeric keypad consists of number keys, arithmetic operators and decimal point. A monitor displays all the work that we do on a computer. Navigation keys are used for moving through the document. The part of a computer that can be touched are called hardware. True or false? A computer has four main parts. True. MU stands for memory utility. False. CPU is made up of AU and LU. False. The information that we see on a monitor is known as soft copy. True. Function keys are placed on the right side of the keyboard. False. Printer is an output device. True. Multiple choice. Number 1. A computer displays dash after processing the data. Answer will be output. The dash monitor consumes least power. LED. Dash are used alone or in combination with other keys to perform certain actions. Answer is control keys. What is a computer? A computer is a machine that works with data and instructions given by the user. Question number 2. What do you call the information that you enter into a computer? Input is the data and instruction that you enter into a computer. Question number 3. Name the device that is known as the brain of the computer. CPU or central processing unit is known as the brain of the computer. How many types of keys are there on the keyboard? Name them. There are 5 types of keys on the keyboard. They are typing key, control keys and function keys. Numeric key, navigation key. Question number 5. Define the software. Name its type. A group of instructions given to the computer to do a particular work is called as software. There are 2 types of software: system software and application software. Question number 6. Which hardware device is used to read word, numbers or picture on paper? Name its various types. Scanner is used to read the text printed on paper. Types of scanner are flatbed scanner, sheet-fed scanner, handheld scanner. Homework. Question number A, that is a fill in the blanks that you will do in your book. Question number B, state true or false that you will do in your book. Question number C, that is application based questions that you cut. And question number D, multiple choice that you do in your book. Question number E, answer the following that you copy in your classwork copy. Thank you for watching this video.